and this is Mula Cake Radio. So happy Sunday to you all locked in right now, and happy Sunday to everyone tuning in on Instagram Live. So you can follow live at Mula Cake Radio on Instagram. Say hey, our special guest has looked in already. Hiya, good evening. We'll wait for a few more people to join the live, but everyone listening in on the radio, I hope you've had a beautiful week. Shout out to Mula Cake and to Dexter Sims, and shout out to TSA Studios where I'm recording from now. And yeah, I hope you've all had a really blessed week this week. My week's been pretty busy. I've had my eldest daughter turned 9 on Friday, and we literally been celebrating since Friday. So, you know, I said to her though that it took me 3 days literally in the hospital to have her so she can celebrate for 3 days, but she's literally worn out now. But yeah, we went to the park yesterday, and yeah, I'm so blessed. Like, she's 9 years old. I can't believe where the time has gone. But that's my little Maya angel, turned 9 Friday. Then it's my mum's birthday tomorrow. So yeah, September's a busy month. But yeah, apart from that, guys, I hope that you've been well. And I hope you've not been taking in too much of this negative news and stuff. And just doing you, because we certainly have been doing us in my household. So yeah, this is week 11. Guys, I won't be on air next week because it is my mum's birthday. We are celebrating. So this is my last show this month. So I'll be back in October. It's crazy. Thank you everyone saying happy birthday to your mum and daughter on Mula Cake Live. So can my special guest wave to me on Instagram Live? I'm going to get you on straight away and add you. Just send a request. As I said, I will be occasionally having different mums onto the show and using this as a platform for them to also speak about what they do as a business, and like how we met and everything like that. So I can see Clementina is there. I think you have to send me a request. And yeah, and then I'll get you on. But guys, week 11, this is so amazing. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Like, I literally look forward to every Sunday where I can just speak about my week and connect with other mums. I've had such beautiful feedback from all of the shows that I've done so far. I upload each show onto my YouTube channel afterwards as well, so usually on a Friday. I think you have to press request to be in video. I'm talking on the live, guys. So we are waiting for our Black Boy Magic to join us. She is live on the Instagram, but you need to send a request. So it will say send a request to be in the video. It should say that on the live. If you can find it, then just join us. Just join in. But guys, if you have any questions as well, I'm just adding in a special guest. If you have any questions, then just hop on to the Mula Cake Live, Mula Cake Radio, and send in your questions, and we will be happy to answer. For Clementina to join. Hey, good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. It's been, do you know what? It's so funny. I've been trying to catch up, connect for so long.
I know. It feels like, was it before May that we were talking? Yeah.
All our DMs, and I was like, right, how to meet again? Met through us just kind of lifting each other up and showing love and support for each other's pages, and
yeah,
event this year. And then you were saying, yeah, I'm gonna get my book out this year, and I'm gonna I was reading from it, and it was like, oh my god, like literally just sisterhood.
Oh
yeah, so
do you know what, I might have to go out and come back in because I can't hear you properly all the time. Should I just, no, it keeps,
Is there like a stall? Is it stalling?
No, but let's see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And if I have to go out and come back, I will.
Up in the live, if you can hear us, okay. Give us a little thumbs up. I know there's a few joining, so if you can hear us on the live, give us a thumbs up. If not, then you can, yeah, like go out and come back in. I can see everyone. I can see people. Someone said it's gone funny.
Okay.
Someone's done the. All right, maybe come out and come back in then. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right then. All right. See you in a minute.
Can you leave? Do you know how to leave?
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, technicals. Right, we're gonna get her back in. So that was Clementina. She's gonna join back. She's gonna request to come back in. And right, you're all giving me the thumbs up so you can all hear me clear. So it's just when we're connecting with each other. Okay, I'm gonna wait for her to request again. Guys, technical difficulties. It's okay, right? She's requesting again. Sorry for you guys on the radio. I'm just trying to get my special guest Mumpreneur back in on the show. There was a bit of glitching going on there, so.
Okay.
Is that any better? We got thumbs up, so I guess.
Okay, good.
This is a beautiful Clementina, and we just said how we met, basically just through DM, how we found each other's pages. I actually sent out the link to today, and one of my dancer's parents said that she used to go to uni with you, and she told you to follow my page.
Yes, yes. And then I dropped out, but I followed your page first.
Oh, it's cool. I haven't even reached uni yet, so yeah, I ain't reached uni. What I love, so you know.
Oh dear. Oh, you keep cutting out a little bit, but we'll just have to make do because I don't know what else to do.
Listening in can hear us, but
Yeah.
tell us a bit. I'm going to say who I am for everyone that's just tuned in for the first time this week, and then just tell us all a bit about you and why you're a mumpreneur. So for those of you who have only just tuned in this week on my week 11 of Millicate Radio, my name is Danielle Blenman. I'm a mumpreneur. I have 3 children. So I've got 2 girls, one aged 9, one aged 6, and a little baby boy who's just turned 5 months. And what I basically do, I've been running a dance company since the age of 19. That started off just in a church hall, 1 class a week, grew it to about 13 classes a week. I was like running it all by myself. We would have celebrated 16 years this July. And part of that is me doing like community events throughout the year. I'll do like Easter fun days, summer showcases, and then I run an empowerment project, which is us girls and us boys. That's been going on for 6 years. And what I do with that is self-love workshops, empowerment workshops and events. I go into schools, I talk in schools, anything really just to uplift our younger people. And it just came about just by me having 2 daughters at the time, being a single mum, 2 daughters, and I just wanted to empower them. And then as I was doing events, one particular event, I was recognised by the mayor of Lewisham, and I had a lot of mums come up to me and saying, what about our sons? Like, our sons need empowerment as well. Like, it's not just the girls. So then I think what was holding me back before that point was I was thinking, okay, I can offer the girls like experience as a woman, but I didn't have like male experience. But then I was thinking, I'm surrounded by so many great role models, male role models. Proud and Gifted is on here. I've seen it.
I know.
But like your example, like DJ Milk Tray, Spencer, who's master, so many different people, Dexter Sims. Like I've got so many male role models. So I just decided to then eventually get them in and do their own workshops, their own motivational speaking, and that's kind of how I worked it with the boys. Also, herbal life nutrition coach, so I do that. I've been focusing mainly on that during lockdown because that has been my only income. It's literally been a lifesaver to me, and I've managed to meet so many other mums who have had babies during lockdown because I had my son in April at home on the bed.
Yeah.
Crazy times. But I've met so many mums just following my story and reaching, but they're now on getting healthier and just replacing just either having no breakfast or a rubbish breakfast with a nutritional breakfast. So I've been helping them to do that, feeling more confident within themselves. And then Secret Diary of a Mumpreneur, that just started as a blog. I was doing that for about 2 years. Then I separated from my partner at the time and I started doing vlogs at the TSA studios, done my own YouTube channel from last year. And then Dexter Sims invited me to have my own radio show. So I was like, why not? And
you haven't got enough to do, right?
I didn't realize radio show. I thought it was just Instagram Live.
Yeah.
Like the login and everything. It's like, right, you know you're going live on air. I was like, oh. But you know what? I always say, just say yes and figure it out after. To every opportunity.
Definitely.
Completely my mindset. Like, say yes, take the opportunity, and figure out how you're going to do it after. So yeah, so that's me.
Listen, you look like you've got just everything on one plate, and you're eating your little slices here and there, but you're doing well. You know what you're doing. You seem fine. You're all there. Do you know what I mean? I can't even imagine having so much on my plate because I'm just starting out. Hence why I connected with you, because I knew your kind of journey, and I thought, okay, this is someone I need to connect with, and she could be my mentor, kind of thing.
I do that. I am definitely starting a whole mummy tribe. So we will talk after this. I'll get
Yeah.
definitely found a new
Okay.
just to connect with mums.
So my journey, oh gosh, where do I start? First and foremost, I'm an early years teacher. I've been teaching for like 20 years. I actually teach with my best friend who's on here somewhere in a nice primary school in Morden. And I'm obviously a mum. I've got 2 teenage boys. One's 18, one's 15. I'm a wife, and I'm now a poet and an author. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. But where it all started in terms of Black Boy Magic is, I think it was late 2018. I think now that I've reflected, I was a bit lost. So my boys, obviously you've heard they're quite old now. And you know when you're a mum, that takes up most of your time. You're always running around doing stuff for your children or with your children. And what I found was I didn't know who I was anymore. And I didn't know my purpose in life. So at that point, I was just really low, just didn't know what I was doing. And my friend actually said, oh, why don't you come to a boot camp class? So now I'm into fitness as well. And so I went along to that, and her niece recommended a book for me, and it's called Manifest Now. Once I read that, I was just like, way of life from just your thought processes. Can you hear me? Are you still there? So I read that and I was thinking, okay, you can just shift the way you think and attract better things. I thought, okay, this is a lie. Like, that's what I thought. I thought it's a lie. But as I kept learning, I was then introduced to a lady called Laura Lyles on Instagram. And I started doing some of her confidence challenges, self-love mastery. I was like, oh, okay, I get this. You can love yourself and you can say, oh my gosh, I'm great, I'm beautiful, I'm bold, I'm wise. All this good stuff that people normally don't allow you to say. They're cool with you saying, oh, I feel rubbish today. Oh, I hate myself. They're all right with that. But when you start bigging yourself up, they're looking at you sideways like, who are you? How dare you? How dare you love on yourself? So as I was growing, I literally became more observant and realized that, okay, I'm growing, but what's happening in my house? Because what I'm saying about myself, my children weren't saying about themselves, because that wasn't a natural thing. It was just a lot of, you know what kids are like, arguing, saying a lot of things that are not kind. Oh, I can't be doing all this work and it's not impacting on the people that I love. So the final straw was when I went on to the Jack Petchey Award, because my son was awarded for resilience because he has sickle cell disease, and he's just such a champion. He's such a great guy. I know he's my son, and I should say that, but not everyone says that about their teenagers. So after that award ceremony, I was literally like, I don't hear anything about any positive things going on with our black boys. The only things that I'm seeing are them being stopped and searched. They're criminals, they carry knives, and they stab each other. That's literally all I kept seeing day in and day out on the news. Because I was one of those people that used to watch the news whenever it was on, feeding my mind all this negativity and starting to think about the people around me in that light. Do you know what I mean? Because what you see is what you're feeding your brain. So,
and it's the
literally
up from the news. I would say for the past, I've watched the news this year, but prior to that, I probably haven't watched TV for about 2 years. I literally just stopped watching TV. I didn't have a TV in my room. The girls had a TV in their bedroom, but then children do as you do. They'll do as they see you doing. So it would be like they'll wake up on a Saturday, they would put TV on, they would get a book and read a book because they'll see mummy's reading, or we'll be dancing around the house listening to music and stuff like that. It's only been like lockdown, and the only because I feel like I have to keep up with the changes are that I've watched. That might be like once every 4 the news, or once like if I know there's a change coming, I might just to catch up. But straight away, because I'm on my personal development and just even my own just personal energy, I feel negative energy so fast, and it's like I have to then do something that will raise my vibrations again within myself. It's like I'm just taking it all in. We've got to be careful with that. The news, the people around us, even sometimes the people that we live with. Sometimes we will be up there and everyone else in the house up down there, and sometimes I'm just like, look, I need a moment. I'll have 10 minutes to go. I'll come back and I'll then uplift my thoughts. But we've got to be really mindful of the energy we're taking in, because it just passes on to the next person. So imagine all this fear now from people watching the news, or just like negative energy in their households. They're now stepping outside of their house. The first person they see driving down the road, and then they might start road rage on someone. And they get to work, they're then shouting at a colleague. That person's then back to their house. Back in at home, and it's just like it just travels like that.
It's you know, it literally, this time has been, it's been a blessing for me this time, but I'll move on to that in a minute. But in terms of like what I was saying, I was just fed up with what I was hearing.
I can hear you. I can hear
you. Oh, I can hear you now.
You're fine on my side.
Really? Okay. So literally, after working on myself and continuing to work on myself as I am now, I thought, well, how can I use some of the tools to support my children? So what I started doing was sending them positive affirmations every morning. And you know, certain times you'd be like my boys would be like, oh, Mum, what crazy thing are you up to now? Why are you always trying to experiment with us? And I'm like, you know what, just take it, just be happy. And literally, there'll be other days where, because of exams and things like that, they'd come back to me and just text me, you know what, I really, really needed this. So I knew it was making an impact. And so I continued that. And initially I was going to create an app, thinking that you could just do this really easily. I didn't know. I just thought, oh, app, it sounds like a good idea. And then I started researching, and it's really, really expensive. And when you're a startup, you don't have any money. So my friend said, why don't you just start a page on Instagram and see how that goes? So my mission was to send daily affirmations, we'll post daily affirmations and a motivational song. That was the initial thought process. And initially it was really difficult to get the engagement because obviously no one knows who I am, no one. So then I think it was, so I launched in March, and then by May, I started writing poetry because I think I was in a space where I needed an outlet of my own feelings and emotions during lockdown. Although I love being at home, love being with my mom and the kids and my husband, it was overwhelming, and I had to block certain things out. I thought, if I'm not watching TV, well, what am I doing with my time?
Yeah.
So yeah, I literally started writing in May, and I was writing a poem every single day to post on Instagram. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like therapy for me. So if it's therapy for me,
Coming out of you, just creativity like flowing out of you.
literally,
Like, ready to get out.
I was like, where has this come from? Where has it come from? But you know, when you stop feeding yourself rubbish, like I stopped drinking alcohol in February, I stopped eating meat in January. Do you know what I mean? So all of that had left my body somewhat, and then the creativity was just coming in and just coming out of me at the same time.
Your
So
mind is clear to just focus.
yeah.
Because even like you said, what was the book called that you read?
Manifest Now.
So man, I haven't read that one yet, but in 2018, actually, I started reading The Secret. I only read it,
Oh,
but
oh my gosh.
I feel like I've always had a positive mindset, like always. Like I've always just seen good things, even when I was younger, because I had my mum on the show for the YouTube channel, and I was saying to her, like, when I was younger, I used to do things, and I used to just think, I'm just gonna tell you because in like 5 weeks, it's not gonna matter. Like, I always just thought of life like that. I wouldn't think, oh, I'm gonna get into trouble. I wouldn't focus on what was gonna happen now. I was just like, look, it's not gonna matter. So let me just tell you, and that's always the mindset. I've never had like the fear of failure. So when doing my dance classes, and I was getting like all these older women bringing their kids to me, saying like, "Where is this going? Like, you're so young. What are you gonna do? Is what are your intentions? Like." And I could have felt really intimidated by that, but it just pushed me to keep going and going and going to schools, and then like the area that I started off in was Crystal Palace and Penge, and I can't walk down Crystal Palace or Penge now without seeing uh, people in their 20s now that I used to see, teenagers or young kids saying, that's my dance teacher. So I feel up that myself just from people saying, no, you can't do it actually. And I've just never had a negative way of thinking. So when I read The Secret, it kind of just made sense in a weird way. Like people read it and be like, I don't believe you can do this. But I was thinking, oh my God, this is what I've been doing.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't know this. So I would ask for something, and it was, I just had never known what it was I was doing. I would literally pray for people and bless people. Like I remember like if I'd seen like a homeless person, or just someone that I felt needed help, like from a very young child, from like 15 or 16, and I would just pray for them, like in my mind today, and like send out good energy, but I didn't know what I was doing at the time. It was just landed in my lap, and I was going through like a divorce in 2018, toxic relationship, emotional abuse, everything like that, and it just was like, it just helped me along the way, and it just kept me empowered. And what about empowering children, I always say empowered parents empower children. So when I do my work academy and Lambeth College with the creche, and I go into schools, I always say there's no point me just empowering the young people we need to start with the adults, and then they need to then empower their young children, and it will just sink in. Like, no matter the age, it is better to start young, but now, like, your kids are like late teens, and it's still sinking into them. Like, my daughters will come up to me and say affirmations to me. My 6-year-old told her class what affirmations were the other day. Like, wow, like, she literally stood up and said what a positive affirmation was. And that's them for since my breakup. So from 2018, every morning we've been doing positive affirmations. We do our gratitude list. I have my power up. Maya's birthday on Friday, she woke up to the mirror full of affirmations. God, it's just part of their everyday life.
Yes.
And then another thing I was going to recommend you do is find a song. Song that you can really connect with and that uplifts you. So my song for the girls is Beautiful Flowers by India Irie.
Okay.
That to them is just like, I'm just speaking to them, like, that is our song. So I'll play it like on school, and then I've got like my own song, which is Unbothered by Keisha Cole.
Yeah.
And that is my, like, I feel energy's getting low, I will play it, I will dance around, I'll wake up at 4 a.m, go in the bar, because I wake up around 5 and do my power hour.
Yeah.
And whatever energy anyone in my house is waking up with, I'm like, not today. You're gonna be positive. I'm like, with my energy, that I don't have time for it. I don't have time for negative energy around me. I don't have time for the people that would just complain or moan, but they're not looking for a way. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a vent, or like, but you're focusing. The more you focus on a problem, as you know, the more you attract. So
yes.
Coming up, I've been through so much with like divorce procedures, and then meeting my new partner and having a baby, and I've been through so much, but I've only ever focused on the positive. I've not given any energy to any of the negativity that's going on, because I don't want to attract anymore. So it's like,
it's just such a waste.
It's a choice. I always say it's a choice how you react to people, and life is like 10% what happens, 90% how we react.
Definitely. I would say with The Secret, my son and I, we've read it about 5 times. We love that book. Love it. I mean, if you haven't read it, guys, you need to read it. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like what you were saying, in terms of reaching out to parents, so Black Boy Magic, the whole reasoning behind the Instagram page was that parents would access it and share it with their teens or read it with their child. So, you know, if they're having to read it or share it, it's part of them as well. Do you know what I mean? So even me posting every day, that's part of me doing my affirmation time too. So it's not just for you guys, it's for me as well. And even the poetry helps me and helps others as well. It's all about just being consistent, because I know if I stop, I'll just go back to the way that I used to be. And that's not me anymore.
And one thing that I did at the start of lockdown, because I had so many people, I just saw like posts like fear, coming from fear. And so I just said, like, I'm going to start a WhatsApp group, and it's basically a positive thinking WhatsApp group. And just every day I'll post something, or my cousin will put in like affirmations, or put in videos. Like, I watch motivational speakers, Les Brown, Abraham Hicks, Jim Rohn. So like, they're like my go-to, Eric Thomas, and then I will share that. But that's something I started at the very, very beginning of lockdown, and I invited some parents into the group. Some of my dancers are in there, just women that I connected with on Instagram, and we've just got this WhatsApp group going. It's just literally just positive mindset WhatsApp group, because I find as well, if I do wake up in the morning and I am feeling a bit like off key in my energy and I'm not feeling right, the minute I send something positive into that group, it affects me as well. Like you were saying, it isn't just for, it helps us too. So So true. Yes.
I don't know where I am. Where's where I go now? I don't know. What am I doing? Right. So sorry. I've written my book. Let me show you the front cover.
So I know you said you decided not to do the app. So how
Yes.
did you go about the book and getting the book published? Because that's always been on my bucket list to do a book.
Right.
So I want to.
So in terms of the app, that was just, yeah, it was just a no-no. Once I started researching, that didn't work. So once my Instagram page was a bit more lively and I started writing the poetry, I was like, well, I really initially wanted a book of 365 affirmations for children. That's initially where I was going. That's before I could write poetry. But then, as you know, I got up one day and was able to do so. So I thought, okay, let me incorporate the affirmations and poetry together within a book. And that process, it wasn't even really long because you can do self-publishing these days. So all I needed to do was take the content that I already had and basically trust the artist that I've used, the designer, to use my poetry and reflect that within the illustrations. And that's what she's done. And I wanted just Black kings and queens so they can see a true representation of their royalty. And I just, yeah, my book means everything to me, because if you had asked me last year, oh, you know, if you had told me I would have a published book this year, I would have laughed at you. Like, literally, I'd be like, what are you talking about? Pardon?
Your author during.
I know, right? So initially, actually, I had my journals because I wanted children to see themselves in a positive light and know that, oh, just because you've got a gold tooth, it doesn't mean that you can't say affirmations. Yeah. Just because you've got your natural, beautiful afro, you still need to affirm your greatness. Everything about us, we need to love. And I've been really strategic in giving them crowns, because we know that we're royalty and they need to know it as well. So, yeah, so my book is self-published by Amazon. It was a process. There was lots of sweating and hoping and praying, but yeah, it's done.
Fine, I am. I've been so busy, but I've been like on your page, still trying to like catch up with everything you're doing. And then like now I've got my daughter's birthday out of the way. I'm gonna like literally, I'm ordering your book. 100% supporting. My next face-to-face event, whenever I get to do that, you'll be there. Speaking, everything. So
yay!
Hold up your book.
Ta-da! It's called I Am Enough, and it's got over 100 affirmations, and I think there's 15 poems. So yeah. So if your child's young, you read it to them. If they're about, I don't know, 8, then they'll be good to go on their own.
Tell them where to find you as well. Like, where can they see your actual page?
I can't hear.
Like, what's your Instagram page?
Oh, should I type it in?
Yeah.
Should I type it in?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for where things are going next.
Yeah.
I've got plans, you know, like how you're in schools. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm going to just read out the page to everyone listening in the radio. So it's OUR_ Black Boy Magic on Instagram. Make sure you get following everyone listening on the radio. Yeah.
So literally my one of my bigger goals is to be in schools. I want to offer like a self-love journey workshop for targeted age groups. You know, like the time where they're, I don't know, from year 6 to year 7, because that's a big transition during exam times. Because I know my boys have really, even if they haven't had the school experience they deserve due to everything that's going on, at least they still have their emotional well-being. So they have something, and that, to me, that's the most important, definitely. Most important.
Don't do that. Like, surely it should be like a well-being class or something in schools. But I would love to connect with you more and maybe even just partner up to deliver those self-love workshops and affirmations in schools. Because when I go into schools, I speak about positive mindset, affirmations, self-love, and I always say how you love yourself is how you treat others to love you.
Thank you.
When I go to girls' school.
I hear you.
Self-love, like how you love yourself is how other people are going to love you. And yeah, but it's so equally important to boys and to our young kings, just because I can't even imagine how it is growing up as a black boy right now.
Do you know what? I hear so many stories from my children, and I'm like, is this actually childhood that you're living? You know, when my son has told me he's been stopped and searched, I'm like, are you for real? You're a child, and it just feels like you're not able to be a child. If you're not looking around because there's somebody that might not like the way you look at them, it's the police that are harassing you and you're not doing anything. And then when you need them, you don't feel comfortable asking for their help because you're already the criminal.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating.
You're already guilty. You're not going to go to them because you feel like you're already being judged. You're being judged by however you go. I always make it a point, especially when I go places to do Love to Dance. I remember one meeting I had in the Barclays like tower or building, and I purposely wore my Love to Dance tracksuit in the lift with all the businessmen and women walking around the Barclays. I was like, look, I'm wearing my own brand. I'm going in as myself. I'm wearing my own brand. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear and be proud of who I am. And you're gonna see my brand and do it that way. And I think we need to empower them to do that.
Yeah.
And entrepreneurs, like my daughters now, they've seen me their whole life just working for myself because I had my daughter at 26. I was already doing Love to Dance full time. And their mindset is, I don't want to work for anyone. I want to do what I and I want to make people happy. And I always say I work from the heart. So that's something that Maya's taken on board now. She's like, Mummy, I want to work from my heart and I want to help people. And they literally are like sponges. Like they take everything. So, and I always say, like with the affirmations, the way you talk to your children becomes their inner voice.
Absolutely.
Have to be very careful about if we're saying, oh, you're clumsy, or oh, you're stupid, or oh, you're silly, or because that's going to become their inner voice. And by the age of 7 and 8, that's when they form all these limiting beliefs about themselves. I've taught dance classes to an 8-year-old who's told me that her mum and nana told her to go on a diet. I've seen it all with young people that I've worked with, and I'm like, you have to just, I think every parent's aim, and even just any adult's aim towards young people should be to uplift them and empower them. And we're meant to be trying to make the younger generation better than our generation.
But you know what? You literally can only do better when you know better. So although I've been teaching for years and years and years, and I'm doing all this lovely stuff at school and, you know, giving them their affirmations and, you know, high five here and a clap there, when you come home, you're not necessarily being that great teacher anymore because you're tired, you've got all the pressures of this and that. I know that I, as a parent, should have done a lot better. Do you know what I mean? I can hold my hands up and say that I'm human and I should have known better. But as I've worked on myself, I've now taken the parts of myself that I was giving away to other people's children and actually taking them and giving them back to my own. Although they're that bit older, they still understand what's going on. They know, like, okay, Mum, I see you correcting like what you did, kind of thing. Because it's quick to say, oh, don't be so silly. Do you know what I mean? It's so easy to do that.
Only do our best, and we're waking up trying to be 1% better than we were yesterday, trying to be the best versions of ourselves for our kids. That's all we can do. And one always parents, especially to say is, I am good enough, because that is something we can have that limiting belief in ourselves, like we're not good enough for this, or we should have done better, or we should have done that. And I've even had that, like the relationship I was in, oh my God, how could I put my kids through that? And had days and nights crying, like, oh my God, why don't I do something sooner? But The point is, when I got the strength to do it, I did it.
Yeah.
And live in the past, I've looked towards the future and just build us up and continue doing what I'm doing with them. And I'm grateful that at such a young age, they can now teach other people affirmations, and they show gratitude. Like, I can literally just be like, Maya, Mila, what are you grateful for today? And they can list off a whole lot of things. Like, they've attitude of gratitude.
Yes.
Attitude of gratitude. And the more you have that, the more good things come into your life. It just flows into your life in abundance.
Yeah.
We can only do what we can do, but we are always good enough. So
definitely.
We've got like about 5 minutes left. After this show, there is Rhyme and Reason on. But please, if you do want to, I saw like a few messages. I've been trying to read the messages. This has been amazing interaction. Please put in any questions you have now if you're on the live. And if you join the WhatsApp group, follow me on my personal account, which is Danielle L2D. So you'll find it on the Mula Cake Radio page anyway, but Danielle L2D, and I'll join you to my WhatsApp group. Just thinking if there's anything else I wanted to say before. The next question is, what is next? So anyone's got questions, but what is next for you with the book and everything like that?
Well, just really promoting the book, obviously. But I've got another one coming out before Christmas that no one knows about, but I'm saying it here. Yeah. I want to go really, because this book's aimed at older children, really. I want to go back to my roots, early years, and have, it's going to be affirmations, obviously, but it's going to be it's going to be different than what you've seen before.
Important. So. Definitely from a young age, that they can take it in, and then the older kids as well. Every transition point as well. So from the age you're saying into year 7, they've got the positive affirmations there. But I think what you've done is amazing. Continue, definitely. You've got me. You. Like, I can't wait for us to work together. What I'm looking to do with the Us Girls and Us Boys is to take a lot of it online now. So maybe do like the Zoom calls as my monthly self-love workshop. So I have obviously people like you coming onto the Zoom and doing talks as well, reading some poems, reading some. I think in this current time, we have to kind of just adapt to what's happening. And I feel like going online, I was doing mentoring like one-to-one as well with young people. So that's all going to be online. And just kind of shifting until we know what's going on, because I definitely don't want to stop the work that I am doing.
Yeah.
So that's going to be that for now. Thank you for all the beautiful comments, by the way. I have been trying to read as we're speaking. And thank you for everyone saying that our journeys are inspiring. Make sure you follow us both. I'm not going to have a show next week, Sunday, but you will see us both together again.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to add before we do our affirmations that I do at the end of every show?
Oh, no, I'm just grateful to be here. I'm so glad that we've connected, and I'm just excited for the future. And that's it. And thank you to everyone that's watched the live and listening in. Yeah, no.
And if you are watching on live, you can repeat my weekly affirmations with me. I'm going to read them out loud, and you can repeat after. So before we do that, actually, got to do a breathing technique that I always do. So inhale greatness, and exhale doubt. And inhale greatness, exhale doubt. And then one more time, inhale greatness, and exhale doubt. And just let the love in, guys. Let the love in. Okay. After me, I am powerful.
I am powerful.
I am loved.
I am loved.
I am good enough.
I am good enough.
I am strong.
I am strong.
I am confident.
I am confident.
I am amazing.
I am amazing.
I am unique.
I am unique.
I am special.
I am special.
I am a queen.
Oh, I am a queen.
I am a king. The men listening in. But thank you so much again. And we're going to definitely connect during the week. I'm going to give you a call. We're going to put all of this into action. And yeah, proud of you, what you're doing and everything.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Sending you all night, guys. And I will see you next time now. So, bye.
Bye.